welcome to this very special video. We are delighted to introduce to you today the Director and Country Manager of BIMA Lanka. We have with us Mr. Ajith Alexander. Hi Ajith, welcome.
Hi Drishma, nice to be here. I look forward to our discussion.
Fantastic. Well, what are we going to be discussing about? We are talking all about BIMA Lanka today. And BIMA Lanka is one of Sri Lanka's leading affordable insurance and healthcare services. In fact, BIMA Lanka has been around for nearly a decade in the country and has served more than 2 million of the underserved population. BIMA Lanka is a subsidiary of BIMA, which is a global company, and it has served millions of customers in across 9 countries in Asia and Africa. So today, we're about to find out a little bit more about BIMA Lanka's impact in Sri Lanka. Ajith, could you start off by telling us a little bit about your career history and milestones, as well as your journey here in Sri Lanka?
I've been with BIMA Lanka now for the past 2.5 years. An interesting story I would like to recount is I came to Sri Lanka in 2020, March 1st, and within 2 weeks of me being here and taking charge as the country head of this operation, we had to go into a lockdown. As you would remember, the whole country was in lockdown due to the pandemic in March of 2020. So the whole operation, overnight, we had to move from a work-in-office environment to a work-from-home environment. Extremely challenging. We had 400 staff at that time to move all of them to a work-from-home environment. But the whole team came together. I'm really proud of the effort that the team put. And within a matter of few days, we were fully functional in the new environment of working from home. In terms of my career, for the last 15 years, I've been a business builder in various capacities. I used to work as a management consultant in a company called McKinsey in Singapore. And after that, I've been in various companies in capacities of building a new business. First, I was in the UAE with a real estate company, a newly started company where I was heading their strategy team, looking at new projects that we should be doing, building up a team, building up processes within the company and so on. And then I moved back to India, where I'm from, joining Cisco Systems, the global IT Fortune 500 company, but to start up a new business for them in India around IoT. Right? So that I was there for a number of years. And after that, I ventured out on my own, started my own firm, and grew that to a certain level. And that's when I decided to take up this challenge and to come to Sri Lanka and lead this company's operations here and to take it to the next level. So that in a nutshell has been my career so far and the milestones I've gone through.
Let's now talk a little bit about BIMA Lanka. Could you share with us a few details about the work that BIMA Lanka is involved with?
BIMA Lanka has been in Sri Lanka for the last 10 years. We started in the market as a micro insurance provider or affordable insurance provider. We have partnered with Dialog, the #1 telco in the market. And over the last 9 to 10 years, we have grown the customer base in the country to more than 2 million. 2 million of Sri Lankans have purchased affordable insurance through our channel. And these insurance products include accident cover, life insurance, as well as health insurance. Right? And very recently, in the last 1.5 years, we have also launched the telemedicine business in Sri Lanka, which is one of the major strengths of BIMA Global, where we have again partnered with another Dialog company called Doc990 to launch this service in Sri Lanka. And the last 8 to 9 months, we have grown that customer base to close to 15,000 customers who are using our telemedicine service to get their doctor consultations done.
BIMA Lanka is a subsidiary of BIMA, which is a global service provider. So could you tell us a little bit about BIMA's global operations?
BIMA was started in the year 2010, and the markets that we are present in is in Asia and Africa. We are a affordable healthcare solutions provider, and healthcare solutions includes affordable insurance, telemedicine, tele-doctor consultations, health content delivered to the customers, and also specialist consultations. Why did BIMA come about? We came about because in this space, which is the affordable healthcare solution space, the traditional insurance companies and the traditional healthcare providers are not able to reach these customer segments, either because the price is too high or there is no model to collect and reach these customers and collect payments on a recurring basis. That is where the innovative technology solutions that BIMA introduced into the market helped us reach these millions of customers at scale. We have grown in the last 12 years to 25 million subscribers or customers who are availing of our service. We are in 9 countries in Asia and Africa, and many of these customers are accessing healthcare solutions for the first time.
One of your products in Sri Lanka is BIMA Doctor. Can you tell us a little bit more about BIMA Doctor?
BIMA Doctor is a 24/7 GP consultation service that we launched in 2021. And it was a perfect time to launch this service because during the pandemic, many people didn't want to visit a hospital or a clinic. So having a remote consultation with a doctor was the perfect service that we could provide the consumer. There was a survey done by global consulting firm McKinsey that was done pre-pandemic, and the question was, how responsive will you be to a remote consultation with a doctor? Only 11% was favorable to that. But post the pandemic, that number has grown to 40%. And in a country like Sri Lanka, where the average number of doctors per 1,000 people is 1.15 compared to a global average of 1.5, that shows there is a large scope for having teleconsultations with doctors, and there is, consumers can avail of this service without actually taking the pain of physically traveling to a clinic or a hospital. We have partnered with a Dialogue subsidiary called Doc 990 to provide this service, where BIMA Doctor provides the GP consultation, rich media content on various topics to the consumer, clinical pathways on various diseases like COVID, like hypertension, diabetes, and so on. And Doc 990 provides the laboratory tests, the medicine delivery, and specialist consultations physically in hospitals. So this is the partnership we are having, and over the last 9 to 10 months, we have grown the customer base to close to 15,000 customers who are availing of this service. And this service provides not only the customer with the 24/7 service, but even to their immediate family, spouse, and children. So this is a great service that we have launched, and we are seeing a very good take-up of this service in the country so far.
Let's now talk a little bit about per-day insurance. What is per-day insurance, and what is BIMA Lanka's role in this?
Per-day insurance, as the name suggests, is an insurance where the premium can be paid on a daily basis. How is this possible? I'll explain that in a bit. But why is this relevant in a market like Sri Lanka? The insurance penetration in a market like Sri Lanka is 1.39%. That means 1.39% of the GDP is the insurance premium as a whole that the country has absorbed. Now that compares to 7.3% on a global average. And also if you compare comparable emerging markets, Sri Lanka is way below, because that number for emerging markets is 3.3%. So that shows the huge underpenetration of insurance in a market like Sri Lanka, and the scope for having affordable insurance and healthcare solutions for a population of Sri Lanka. What we have brought to the market is partnering with a telco like Dialogue, where the premium gets added to the mobile bill of the consumer, either a prepaid connection or a postpaid connection. So the premium gets deducted either on a daily basis for prepaid subscribers or on a monthly basis for postpaid subscribers. So this allows us to reach a huge subscriber base of Dialogue, and till date, as we mentioned earlier, we have achieved more than 2 million customers in the country who have availed of the affordable insurance that we provide. And the insurance products that we have in the market include accident cover, health policy, as well as life insurance cover. So that's an overview of per day insurance.
As we look towards the future, what is BIMA Lanka's vision for Sri Lanka?
BIMA Lanka's vision for Sri Lanka is to become the leading healthcare solutions provider in the next 3 years. By 2024, our goal is to be the #1 provider in the country. Already, we are the leading provider of affordable insurance services. We also want to become the leading affordable healthcare service provider. We are going to launch new products in the market, both on the insurance side as well as on the healthcare side. Not only new products, but also new channels of payment will be launched. I talked about the add-to-bill, prepaid, postpaid channels that we already have in partnership with Dialog. We are also just launching a new payment channel on credit cards and debit cards through the Genie payment gateway owned by Dialog. This will allow us to expand our customer base beyond Dialog customers and go after the entire population. So we want to make our services reach maximum customers as much as possible, and not only acquire customers but also provide the service. Till date, we have made claims payments to the tune of 1.75 billion rupees. That is a claims number of more than 100,000 claims have been processed and paid out to our customers. So definitely in the process of acquiring customers, we also want to give back value to the society by helping our customers during that time of need, either through by way of insurance or by way of remote doctor consultations and content and medicines that are delivered through our partners.
Well, with that optimistic look at the future plans of BIMA Lanka, that brings us to the end of this conversation with Director and Country Manager of BIMA Lanka, Mr. Ajith Alexander. And of course, as mentioned, in 2022, BIMA Lanka looks forward to launching many more new products and services. So stay tuned to find out more.